Game 2 set, San Joaquin Delta, LA Trade Tech quarterfinal number 2. Earlier, Merced over East Los Angeles. We turn our attention to the Beavers and the Mustangs, and we start with LA Trade Tech, Marcia, and look to push pace, and they're led by a dynamic duo, Cheyenne McKinney, Cheyenne Gibbons.
Yes, two high-powered teams, Trade Tech averaging 84 and Delta averaging 79. They both like to shoot the three. They both get the ball inside. This should be a high-power offensive game.
Michael, how does the pressure of LA Trade Tech, how does that affect San Joaquin Delta? What do the Mustangs need to do against a team that wants to push the pace on them?
Well, in terms of a team that wants to push the pace, you need to get them out of what they want to do. And disruptive defensive behavior, I think, is really the key for the Mustangs here versus Trade Tech. You have the two Cheyennes at the disposal for LA Trade Tech. You have to get them out of what they want to do. Maybe run some early double teams defensively. I think that you might see that from San Joaquin Delta. Can't allow either one to get going, but so hard to not stop just one, but two players that have the ability to score 20-plus on you night in and night out.
Yeah, and for LA Trade Tech, obviously you've got McKinney, you've got Gibbons, but you're going to need more than that here, not just today, but certainly this weekend if they want to bring home the championship. From a coaching standpoint, how do you get the other players involved? What's the key to getting someone else to step up and give them a little help on the offensive end?
Well, like we saw earlier, the hustle plays, the extra possessions with offensive rebounds, we can look to the bigs to do that. Also, there are 4 players that score in double points, so in double digits. So they can get scoring from other places besides the two Cheyennes, but we know the two Cheyennes need to get going.
We are moments away from the opening tip. It's the Mustangs and the Beavers quarterfinal number 2. You're watching the 3C2A Men's and Women's Basketball Championship right here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Moments away from the opening tip, LA Trade Tech San Joaquin Delta. Here from Ventura College, it's the quarterfinals in the women's 3C2A basketball championship here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. The officials for today's game: Sephora Chase, Trevor Carissa, Amy Cromenhoek. Trade Tech winning the opening tip, and it's Poland to the rim, lays it in to give the Beavers the quick 2-0 lead. Peyton Demps across to Weary. Braxton, hard drive to the glass, contact, no call, but an offensive rebound. Shot clock does not reset, down to 11. Demps on the drive, lays it in.
Thought initially defensively, Lexus Ray did a great job for the Beavers of staying straight up. No foul called, but Delta able to score on their opening possession.
This is Cheyenne McKinney. Off to Givens. They both average better than 20 a game. The three off the back iron, but an offensive rebound in a crowd and back up and in.
Nice work on the inside.
Lexus Ray with the offensive rebound and follow. Weary on the drive, lost the handle. And Ray has the rebound. Beavers will want to push the pace. Dejanay Poland, who didn't play until January 23rd, but has really stepped in as the third option for this Trade Tech squad as the season has gone on. Meanwhile, McKinney on the drive.
Well, you see it right off the bat. LA Trade Tech very comfortable playing at a very frenetic pace. They want to push the basketball, and they have three options to go pretty quick.
Anthony can't handle the pass. Ray leading the break. Givens in from the left. Foul called. Shot won't go, but a couple of free throws coming.
Marcia, I think the big key for Delta here early on is to be able to adjust to the speed and athleticism that LA Trade Tech has.
Absolutely.
Awful lot of pedigree for LA Trade Tech here at the championships. They were 2-0 against Ventura this season. They were 2-0 against East Los Angeles College this season. So they absolutely earned that South Coast championship that they won in that very tough conference.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're not going to get shortchanged in that conference, men's or women's side.
No. And how many teams have two 20-point scorers on the floor?
Not a lot.
No, not a lot at all.
8-2 as Rabina brings it over the line for the Mustangs. Here he pops out, fakes the three, drives the lane, kicks it out. Rabina will try for three, around and out. McKinney able to come up with the rebound, and she's fouled in the backcourt. That's going to go against Weary.
You know, Delta comes up empty on that offensive set, but I really like the ball movement there. They get a pretty good shot out. Now, what do you do against athletic teams that like to push the pace? You have to use that to your advantage. You have to leverage what they want to do. Athletic teams usually like to be a little aggressive, go after ball fakes, move the defense, shift it, and get it in your favor.
Givens around the Ray screen, back to Ray, who scoops it in. The pick and roll, and Ray with the finish, and it's a 10-2 run to start for the Beavers.
It's one of the strengths of Trade Tech. Not only can they attack you in transition, but they can break it down and run a half-court offense. And
Rabina's runner won't go, but the outlet pass out of bounds, and the Mustangs get it back.
It's pretty basketball.
It is.
Well, LA Trade Tech, a bit of a breakthrough last season as they made it up here to the championships. They fell in the quarterfinals, but back again.
Sherwin Morgan does a great job.
And his sixth season, and really built an exceptional program at LA Trade Tech. Anthony on the floor. Back outside to Peyton Dent. Braxton at the foul line. Hard drive, goes glass, lays it in.
But nice take and a great finish up top with contact from Lexus Ray.
And 4. Mustangs showing full court pressure as well. McKinney with a baseline drive, lost the handle, fighting to get it back. It's out of bounds. It'll stay with LA Trade Tech.
I thought that was off of McKinney.
She got bumped as she went. She was looking for the call. There's no call. I'm glad they're letting the game be physical and not calling the ticky-tack fouls.
McKinney's three is off the back iron, but the long rebound to Poland. Poland fakes, now starts to drive. Floater missed everything, and Braxton has the rebound.
It's kind of a theme of yesterday in terms of letting the players play. And you're right, Coach. I like the flow.
Step back three for Rabina.
Apparently so does Rabina.
Interesting. They'll call that a long two. But the outside shooting for the Mustangs has been something of a problem spot through this postseason, but it's barely affected them en route with wins over Diablo Valley. I shouldn't say that. Diablo Valley playing a little bit later today. And the wins against Reedley and Sierra in rounds 2 and 3. Push off from Gibbons. That's an easy call.
Yeah, that was great defense.
Monet Brown has checked in with the pressure defense and the offensive foul on Gibbons.
This game has a different pace than the first game. It's slower.
Well, the first quarter was a fast pace, but it settled into a little more of a defensive battle. Fake from Anthony, and she hits the 10-footer.
Nice fake, nice finish inside.
John Wayne Anthony quickly ahead. Good feed. Ray can't get the layup to go, and the rebound back tap. Here comes the Mustangs. The ball batted around. Rabina comes up with it, but has it stripped out. Gibbons ahead to Poland, pulls up from 15. No, but a foul call. This will go against Braxton.
The movement looks good, but it looks like I guess be a little bit more gentle with it.
Ejane Poland hits the first free throw. She shoots 88% from the line. Appearing in just her 14th game on the season. It says she missed the first about half to two-thirds of this season.
That sure is a nice addition to come into your program.
Yeah, third guard to go with McKinney and Gibbons, and what a dynamic trio that has become. 12-8, 4-point lead for the Beavers. Rabina kicks it out to Brown. Rabina starts to drive on Gibbons. Shot clock at 17. They get it inside to Anthony. Scoop won't go. Rebound tapped out of bounds, going back to Trade Tech.
A really nice pass inside.
Trade Tech with a big win. 25-point win over Miracosta in round 2, and they punched their ticket with a win over Mount San Jacinto, the defending champions, in round 3. That shot rattles in. Patterson knocks it down, 14-8, back to a 6-point cushion. Rabina, side, scoop it in, layup up and good.
Nice finish inside against length. And
Anthony with a great job off a good feed from Rathian. Meanwhile, another turnover. Brown gets it to Rabina. Midway through the first quarter. Rabina working behind an Anthony screen. Backing down.
nice move.
Shot off the glass. Rabina with the finish, 14-12. McKinney drives the lane, splits the double team, shot off the back iron. Anthony able to corral the rebound. Rabina ahead to Weary. Across, Brown with the drive, stops and pops from 8 feet. That's short.
Ooh.
And Gibbons with an offensive foul, and I believe that's number 2 on Cheyenne Gibbons. Monet Brown. Looks like she got a shot to the face.
I think both of them. I think they bumped heads.
Well, this is a decision now for Sherwin Morgan.
So Delta is getting themselves into a flow, pushing the pace a little bit more.
But Weary.
Which is what they need to do. There's a lot of length and quickness in Trade Tech on defense.
Braxton will bring it in, baseline right to Rathian. Peyton Demps. Braxton, the drive on Patterson, hangs in the air and scores.
It's a tough shot.
Sankia Braxton ties it up at 14. So the Mustangs weather the early storm. And they have tied it up. Foul called. This will go against Monet Brown. That's the 4th team foul on Delta. They get it into McKinney and a foul. This one will go against Weary, and this will be a shooting foul now.
You know, I started out saying it was going to be physical, but they're kind of cleaning that up right away.
Danielle Tate has checked into the game as Cheyenne Givens is out of the game. First free throw, no good. Well, yesterday, in all 4 games, the team seemed to struggle from the line. And, you know, you think about the fact that every gym's a little different. I think it'll be interesting to see moving forward. But free throws have been a struggle pretty much across the board, and that was the case in game number 1 today.
Right.
1 out of 2 for McKinney.
We have nerves, and we have a new gym.
McKinney with 3, 15-14, the 1-point lead. Demps on the drive, lays it up and in. The Mustangs with their first lead, 16-15. Tate able to beat the press. Out to McKinney. Shari Johnson also in the game for Trade Tech. This is Johnson. Johnson hoists from long range, no good. Rebound to Braxton.
Well, Coach, we talked about what Delta needed to do to weather the early storm. They've made some nice adjustments. What are you seeing out here?
I'm seeing the pressure starting to take its toll on Trade Tech. In the beginning, Trade Tech just worked themselves through it, and now they're having to expend a little bit more energy, and it's giving Delta that energy that it's transferring to the offensive end.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of angles in terms of what you're going to play against a faster player. You have to change the angle at which you're defending.
The Mustangs on a 16-5 run. Patterson on a baseline drive. Shot no good. Rebound on the floor, and Demps digs it out for the Mustangs. Rabina into the front court.
And Rabina's she's starting to loosen up. She's picking things apart.
Sit down low. Braxton's turnaround is good.
Wow, with the fadeaway.
Yeah, she has a tough fadeaway shot. That's 2 in the key.
30-second timeout for Sherwin-Morgan on an 18-5 run for Delta. And I think that's a great timeout for Sherwin-Morgan, certainly, because the Mustangs really seem to have it going.
Agreed. Like I said, the pressure is taking its toll. They're moving faster. Trade Tech's moving faster on the offensive end, not capitalizing, and then Delta's taking that energy, coming down, and Rabina's picking people apart.
It's chaos, but not chaos by design. It's just chaos, and there's really no flow offensively from Trade Tech. Obviously, they had some early success, but the Mustangs making the adjustment, and now what's LA Trade Tech got to do?
Get the run back on, keep attacking the rim, right? Play with poise after the pressure, and it's not like they're erratic. They're not, but they can look to run their stuff. What happens when you run a press? When they have to do a press break, it changes everything. You're not running your normal flow.
Yep, there you go.
A trap in the front court, and a jump ball will give it back to San Joaquin Delta. Dejanay Poland has returned for LA Trade Tech. So it's Poland along with Tate and McKinney, Ray, and Patterson, I believe, on the floor for Trade Tech. Trying to get the last number. Rabina feeds Braxton. Braxton backing down, back to the turnaround. Doesn't get the roll. Tate with the rebound. Beavers want to run. Out to McKinney. That pass wide. Tate and McKinney not on the same page. The turnover gives it back to Delta with 1:49 to go here in the first quarter. Meanwhile, for the Mustangs,
Now there's a little pressure of their own now.
Rabina and Demps, along with Rathian, Monet Brown, and Sankia Braxton on the floor. Backdoor cut, Rathian's reverse.
What a great finish. It was an outstanding pass and an even better finish.
22-15. 7-point lead for the Mustangs. That's their largest. Poland Around to Ray's screen, step back, 3 too strong. Rabina the only one there for the rebound. Here come the Mustangs. Back outside, Demps will try for 3 around and out. Rathian on the offensive glass, the follow won't go. Meanwhile, Tate lost the handle, but Ray recovers. Poland open for 3, that's good.
It's a good look. They needed that.
Run stopper right there for Dejanay Poland, 22-18. The lead is 4 for San Joaquin Delta. Rathian open for 3, fakes, drives, the runner won't go. But Rathian gets the offensive rebound, missed it, and the rebound to McKinney. McKinney in transition, hard drive
nice
to
attack.
the basket, lays it in. Well, McKinney, 22.1 a game. She's got 5, 22-20. Rabina backing down, Rathian will try for 3, short. Rebound on the floor. Rabina's got it down to 10 seconds. Rabina back outside. Demps feeds Rathian, turnaround, shot, and 1.
Nice shot. It was a nice finish.
Trina Rathian doing some good work off the bench. After a 10-2 start for Trade Tech, a couple of adjustments for Gina Johnson, a couple of players off the bench. I think Monet Brown and the pressure defense changed the tenor a little bit, and then the work here of Trina Rathian has been key.
Absolutely. You see when they don't score, Trade Tech gets it and can run, it's a different game. When Delta sets up their pressure, even though it's only 10 seconds that comes off the clock with the pressure, it still they're not in sync offensively.
Trina Rathian with 5 points, 2 rebounds, 3.3 remaining in the first quarter. Cheyenne Givens from half court couldn't quite get the shot off, and through 1, fast-paced, and Delta leading by 5, 25-20 over LA Trade Tech. It's the women's quarterfinals, the 3C2A basketball championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Second quarter. Trade Tech with the basketball, trailing by 5. Cheyenne Givens has returned to the lineup on the drive, double pump, gets the roll.
Great take.
Givens with her first 2. And it's 25-22.
Yeah, they need her in the game. They need her to stay out of foul trouble.
Forcing the turnover, it's a breakout. But McKinney missed the layup. The ball's out of bounds. It's going to belong to Trade Tech. It was just Poland and McKinney in there. But McKinney couldn't quite handle the pass cleanly.
Like a miscommunication there.
Trade Tech was fortunate to keep the ball. Givens. Off to Cheyenne McKinney. Shot clock at 17. Givens gets a screen from Ray, in and out on the 3. Braxton with the rebound.
Really like that offensive set for LA Trade Tech. Look at Alexis Ray and the screens that she's setting. She is staying home, and they are getting in the way.
Brown
Travel.
nearly traveled, no call, drives the lane to the basket, missed the layup, but the offensive rebound and put back for Donwane Anthony. 27-22. Pressure in the backcourt, that one nearly thrown away. But McKinney over the line. Givens drives the lane once again in a crowd, missed the scoop. Anthony corrals the rebound. Get it to Patterson in the corner.
That's good work. That's
good
good work.
feed to Anthony, who lays it up and in.
That is pristine ball movement.
Yes.
The ball barely touching the floor.
Unselfish to wait for the trail to come down the middle, reward the big girl who's rebounding at the other end. That's a good job.
All 5 starters.
Hey.
That is a tough shot.
Poland hits the turn on. All 5 starters for San Joaquin Delta average more than 2 assists.
Marshall, what was your pet move?
The little hook,
Okay.
little baby hook.
Little Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson had a little Marshall Foster.
Up top.
Anthony.
Up top.
Good and a foul. Donwane Anthony will head to the line. Delta now up 7. I remember the Mark Jackson. He had the teardrop out of the rafters.
No, I had the little baby hook, but I only said that because I'm older than Mark Jackson. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to clip that out, and I'm going to send it on Twitter, and I'm going to make sure that Mark gets a chance to do it.
And to be fair, is that a New Jersey, New York thing as
It
well?
has to be. You have to learn how to score over people in the paint.
I'm just asking. I grew up in Chicago. I don't know the East Coast situation here.
He knows 70 below wind chill, though, that's for sure.
Yes, I do. Anthony converts on the 3-point opportunity. The Mustangs have their largest lead at 8, 32-24. Givens over the line. In on Patterson, hard drive. That ball stripped out. It's loose on the far side and out of bounds, going back to San Joaquin Delta.
Givens can get to the basket at will. She's just got to finish those. Those are great, tough moves. Now it's time to put them in.
Delta doing a great job of staying home and not fighting. Picking a foul.
Quick feed inside, but the steal for McKinney.
Easy when you're going up against speed to really force the foul.
McKinney to the rack and lays it in.
And Delta, like I just said, staying home, not picking up a foul, McKinney finishing.
32-26. Beavers in a half-court trap. Patterson in from the right, goes high off the glass, no good. Rebound loose. And it's Patterson who ends up with it and a foul in the backcourt, or is this? No, it's going to be a foul on Rathjen.
For anybody watching right now, you have some friends, you have some family that would like to tune in. We are broadcasting live from Ventura, SoCal College Sports 1 on YouTube and also on our website, www.socalcollegesports.com.
Givens leans over the dribble. To feed it down low to McKinney, step back, 3, splash. Oh, sorry, that was Poland. Want to correct that very quickly. Poland with the 3. She is, well, they've got her at 9. Are they calling that a long 2?
Travel,
yeah.
Rathjen with the walk, 32-29.
Poland's turnaround is exceptional. Excuse me. Her fadeaway, her step back.
Got the average up over 11 a game. She started out when she came back to the lineup, coming off the bench. Now seeing more and more time. Givens trying to split the double team on the drive and a foul call. They have updated. It was a 3 for Poland. She's got 12 in the game.
And way to draw the contact.
Usually Poland reminds me a lot of the player we just saw for the Blue Devils from Merced and Malia Kendrick, excuse me. Number 15.
Yes, definitely active. Can knock down the open shot.
Can pull up, she can handle it. Not a lot of speed. I think Dijonay may be a little bit more athletic. Of course, I think Malia would probably have something to say if she's watching right now.
Yeah, Givens 6.9 rebounds a game as a guard, 4.7 assists. So she really makes the offense go in any number of ways. 1 out of 2 from the line. Braxton gets it ahead to Demps. That one stolen. Poland in by herself and missed the layup. Rebound on the floor. Poland battling. It's out of bounds, and Trade Tech's going to keep it. Stolen had the full breakaway and just didn't get the roll.
She was trying to be a little bit too careful on that. What a great steal. She just needs to focus and watch it drop.
Yeah, stepped into the passing lane beautifully. Get it into Kamani Patterson.
Still can't get past the quote of the weekend. Mark Jackson had a little bit of Marsha Foster in his game.
McKinney guarded closely by Brown on the drive, lays it up, lays it in.
That's a terrific job of maintaining control by McKinney.
McKinney with 9.
Ooh.
Braxton nearly traveled.
I thought it was a back court.
Braxton doing it herself and gets the foul.
That is called some old man game
I was
right
gonna
there.
say, I was gonna say old woman. Oh, that is an old
woman game
move.
right there. Okay.
She took her time, backed her in, took the contact, and got a damn one.
You know, so many players don't have the presence when they're pressured to take their time and actually attack the pressure, which is the real opportunity. And you can't do it a whole lot better than Braxton just did right there.
Say that was a Marsha Foster.
35-32. Mustangs back out in front. Givens with a little hesitation, pulls up, missed the shot. Rebound on the floor, out of bounds. LA Trade Tech will keep it. 5:44 to go in the first half.
Really impressed with the way that Braxton lets the game come to her. She's taking what the defense gives her, and she has an array of shots to get to her spot and finish. Good touch, too.
Quick feed inside to Patterson. Ray keeps it alive, missed the follow. Now Patterson with an offensive rebound. A foul on the rebound. Going to keep it here.
Alexis Ray caught one in the
This
face.
is Braxton. Second foul on Kia Braxton.
Coach, I think you got to take Braxton out here. I'm going to leave her in.
Patterson with the feed to McKinney. Airs it from distance. 35-32. Mustangs with the 3-point lead in the ball. Brown with a hard drive to the glass, missed the layup. Rebound to the Beavers. They want to run, tapped away from Brown. What hustle. Braxton tries to touch it to Anthony.
Just a smart play by Braxton.
She knew it was coming.
That is a heady play from Kia Braxton. And Braxton will check out with the 2 fouls. It's Rathjen along with Demps and Anthony up front, Brown and Rabina in the backcourt for San Joaquin Delta. They lob it in, but the pass broken up and stolen. Ray had a breakaway, but a foul in the backcourt.
No, she traveled before she got going. See the last
call,
one by
yeah.
Braxton.
Yeah. Ray thinking breakaway, but the travel call gives it back to the Mustangs.
The one thing you want to do on an out-of-bounds play, too, is just get the ball in, right? Get it in. You don't have to score, but, don't turn it over. That's
Weary's inbound, and a turnover gives it back to Trade Tech.
Look at that baseline out-of-bounds play there for Delta. So, LA Trade Tech really shading the person coming off of the screen, and I think if Delta makes the adjustment there, the person sitting in the screen needs to slip that. That's going to be a wide open layup on a baseline out-of-bounds play next time we see it.
30-second timeout. Keep it here, 35-32. San Joaquin Delta with the 3-point lead. Take a look at some of the highlights from the first quarter and a half.
McKinney with the finish on that one. Dejanay Poland stepping back from 3, burying it from the corner.
Poland's doing a nice job. 12 points, 4 for 7 from the floor.
Meanwhile, Donwene Anthony, as you watch Braxton backing down.
Love that move.
But it's Donwene Anthony quietly with 11 points and 4 rebounds to lead San Joaquin Delta. Braxton 9 points and 6 rebounds up front. So that front court certainly posing some problems for LA Trade Tech.
It's been good.
Good back and forth
Yeah,
battle
I was
here.
going to say that. It's been back and forth.
LA Trade Tech with solid early start, and Delta weathering the storm and really having control of it here. But anyone's game at this point.
It's a heavyweight fight, you know. I knocked you around, you knocked me around, and now let's play some ball. Okay?
Yep. Game after this. Diablo Valley and Ventura, the host school, expected to get crowded in here. And loud.
McKinney over the line. The Mustangs go to the trap, and they force the turnover. Weary gets it ahead to Brown, looking for Rathjen, but Poland steps in front for the steal. Cross-court pass, and Rabina steps in front. It's a 2-on-1. Rabina fakes, drives, missed the scoop. Rebound on the floor. Poland looking ahead. Patterson giving chase.
Nice.
And she'll lay it in.
That's just great control.
Yes.
Imani Patterson.
How about the pass from Poland?
And Patterson with the steal. 3-on-2. Ahead to McKinney. McKinney missed the layup. Rebound on the floor. Boy, Trade Tech has had some opportunities in transition.
They have.
Love to have some of those layups back.
Missed about 4 layups here, Coach. That, I mean, you get 2 of those to go, you got a 3-point lead if you're LA Trade Tech.
I mean, they're doing a great job. They're anticipating. They're in the passing lanes. They're getting opportunities.
Yeah, and it's a team that pressures, that wants to run the floor. It has a kind of a Twilight Zone feel to it, but this is something that they're no doubt incredibly good at.
Right.
Know, and to be struggling with it must seem strange. Great feed to Anthony in the lane.
I thought Anthony traveled before she went into that
Agreed.
move.
13 for Anthony, 37-34. It's a 3-point lead for San Joaquin Delta. Givens at the controls. Tate gets it outside to Poland. Patterson at the elbow. Shot clock down to 6. Now Givens needs to make something happen. Picked up by Anthony in a switch and a blocking call. This is the 5th team foul, so it's shots for Cheyenne Givens either way.
Just has that feeling that Givens can get to the rim anytime she wants to get to the rim.
3rd foul on Kendall Weary.
Team foul number 5. Are they going to rule that was on the shot?
Yes.
Might have already updated the scoreboard. So now the Mustangs are in the penalty the rest of the way. So it will be free throws, but this a shooting foul for Gibbons. So another free throw coming. Braxton, playing with 2 fouls, returns to the lineup for San Joaquin Delta. Off the back iron, but Poland working the offensive glass. They'll tie up. Brown again getting her nose in there on the defensive end. And
good hustle play.
Monet Brown wins the ball for the Mustangs on the jump ball.
Dicey situation for Delta here with Braxton on the floor playing with 2 fouls.
Rathjen ahead to Monet Brown. Tries to swing it across to Demps, but it's stolen by Givens. Leaking out, it's Tate with the layup, 37 all.
Good adjustment there by Tate, slowing down, making sure that goes through.
Great feed
nice
over
pass.
the top, and Demps with the easy layup. 39-37. Well, I shouldn't say easy layup in this first half, I think, for these teams. Nothing is for certain. Tate in the corner. Drives it baseline into the lane. Leaner won't go.
Braxton.
A rebound off of Ray and back to San Joaquin Delta.
You know when a coach leaves a player in the first half and they have 2 fouls that they trust the player.
That's called trust.
Oh yeah, the players had to demonstrate that they can be trusted in
We
that.
saw a lot of that in game number 1 today with Shoji with 2 fouls, with Johnson playing with foul trouble, and they did a great job in that victory. Pressure from Tech, but another pass down low.
That was a great pass.
Unbelievable. Her vision, Braxton's vision as a forward/center, just very impressed.
Kiara Watkins, it sort of puts you in mind of watching Manu yesterday for Chafee, a bigger body that had terrific court vision and used in kind of a similar way.
That's a great call, Stoy.
Rabina off a screen. Step back, 3 is good.
You know, she keeps that gooseneck up there top. Coach, I think you and I both knew that was going in before it did.
Absolutely.
Well, I made the point earlier that Demps and Rabina, the primary three-point threats, had been struggling from three-point range in the playoffs.
That's
Nice finish.
Great.
Nice execution.
great ball movement against the press. Ray finds a
nice
cutting Poland.
will it be for the Mustangs to get that back? Meanwhile, Trade Tech back within 3. They get it to Demps. Rabina. Watkins will try for 3 off the back iron. Long rebound. Beavers want to run. Givens coast to coast. Can't get the layup to go.
Good transition defense. Those floaty passes are gonna hurt Delta.
Yep.
Demps with the hard
take.
drive, goes to the finger roll and lays it in.
You know, they get the bucket there, but Coach, defensively yesterday, we're talking about with John Taylor about fool's gold on defense, maybe some fool's gold on offense. You get a bucket, but some of those passes that you're getting away with now, maybe you're not going to get away with later on in the game.
Well, they've already had some of them picked off,
Yep.
and unfortunately for Delta, a few layups were missed. But yeah, they're counting on those floaty passes.
Rabina pounds the dribble up top. Demps open for 3, too strong. Long rebound. Tate.
Oh,
And the pass looking ahead. And Braxton getting back, able to step in front for the steal.
And that's the mind of a passer coming back on defense. Braxton knows that pass is coming because she knows the vision is there from Poland. It's a great anticipation play.
Rabina looking for Watkins on the cut. Loose ball off to Rathjen in the right spot, and she lays it up and in. Back to a 7-point cushion for the Mustangs, under a minute to go in the first half. In the corner, Poland from 17, no good. Long rebound tapped outside. Poland had it momentarily, but it's tracked down by Demps. No shot clock. Here the Mustangs can play for the final shot. Less than a second difference.
Ooh.
Rathjen open for 3, splash. 49-39, the largest lead of the first half for either team belongs to Delta at 10. Down to 6 seconds. Skipping it across, Tate open for 3. Missed it. And the rebound to the Mustangs, and they will head to the locker room in front by 10. 49-39. It's the quarterfinals, the 3C2A Women's Basketball Championship. SoCalCollegeSports.com. from Ventura. 49-39, San Joaquin Delta with a 10-point lead. The women's quarterfinals here, the 3C2A Women's Basketball Championship on SoCalCollegeSports.com. And guys, San Joaquin Delta, we talked a little bit about Trade Tech in this matchup and the way they like to push pace and they can go on runs, but it was San Joaquin Delta with runs of 20-5 and 12-2 in this first half. The Mustangs with the team making the runs. Michael, let's start with you. How were they able to do that here in this first half?
Well, as soon as they came out, LA Trade Tech really jumped on them. They put San Joaquin Delta on their heels. But Delta, they adjusted. They adjusted to the speed. They adjusted to the athleticism. And then they started going to work. And Braxton down low is a load to deal with. And she has the moves, and she can finish. And sometimes at this level, you don't really have that combination of both. And last year we saw that in the Player of the Year or the Player of the Tournament. And this year, Braxton, should San Joaquin Delta move on, she'll be in the running for that title. And I know at the guard position, you were very, very impressed, Marcia, with Rabina.
Absolutely. Somebody that's picking apart the defense, that's playing with poise and getting them into sets once they do break pressure. And she's just making the right decision.
And now the issue for Trade Tech, they're trailing by 10 here as they come out for the third quarter. What kind of adjustments can they look to make?
First, they need to be patient, and I know that that's what their coach is telling them. Coach Morgan is saying, just be patient. We are okay. We've been in tough battles before. This is a good team. If we thought it was going to be easy in the beginning, now we see that it's not. They're here to battle just like us. They need to make some adjustments on the press. Right, because they are getting that pass to the middle, and then they're attacking the basket. But they also need to go ahead and finish those layups on the other end. I mean, if they make those layups, it's a 4-point game. It's a 2-point game at this point. So just continue to pump them up, and get that confidence back up. But yeah, just be patient. The game wasn't over in the first quarter, nor is it over in the first half.
Coach, I got a question for you. In terms of being patient, I think that's a great idea. How do you execute that team, or how do you execute that as a team? When LA Trade Tech, they're by design, they're not a team that's built to be patient.
What I meant more by that is be patient about the pace of the game and the ebbs and flows of the game. Like, they probably thought in the first half, like in the first quarter, like, look, we're going to do what we do out here. Yeah. But then Delta responded. So instead of pressing and getting down, because I saw them a couple times hang their head when things didn't go well, they've just got to go ahead and keep playing. Yeah. And that's what I mean by being patient. Because, no, their game is to attack the rim, but they need to be just go ahead and play. You played in the best conference in the state.
And won it.
So go ahead and you're okay.
Yeah, two teams that made an appearance in the State 8 last season. They're back this year trying to improve on that. And we'll see which team ultimately is able to take it to the next level. 20 minutes to go, 49-39, the Mustangs with the 10-point lead. We'll be back with the third quarter on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Underway in the third quarter, and the Beavers have it first. Givens converts on the layup, and Donlene Anthony is down just outside the three-point line. They will take a look at her.
Yeah, we'll take a look at this. Oh, she fell on her wrist.
49-41, and Anthony, the leading scorer in the first half for San Joaquin Delta. 13 points, and she is walking to the bench, and we will see. See Donlene Anthony again. They'll take a look. Meanwhile, on the layup by Givens, Trade Tech back within 8. So Rabina on the floor.
So we
They
have
start with Brown in the backcourt.
a 1-2-2.
Demps on the baseline, back outside. Monet Brown around a Braxton screen. Rabina will try for 3 and hit.
Quite the response.
Rabina has been lights out, both handling the ball and shooting here in the first half. Now the Mustangs push the lead to 11. Givens lost the handle. She can't pick it up, but McKinney with the save. Now the whistle comes in, and a timeout taken. It's a 30-second timeout.
The good news here, looking at athletic trainer Kevin Anderson for San Joaquin Delta, working on the arm, and I think it's just a bruised, nothing structurally, and that's good to hear. Let's see what type of an effect that has. And Anthony comes back.
And already Trade Tech has changed their defense. They started with a little 3-2 look.
Okay. Well, I don't know how much longer you're going to stay in that 3-2 if Rabina keeps on dialing it up from distance.
And she thought that shot was off. I heard her call off when she shot it.
You know what? That means you're shooting it pretty well.
Yeah, right.
Well, she wanted to just, I was going to say she wanted to just completely swish it, but she did. She can't even say, oh, well, I caught a little bit of rim. It was a little bit off for me. McKinney in the weave, drives to the glass, missed the layup. And a foul on the rebound. This is going to go against Lexus Ray. Second foul on Ray. First on the Beavers here in the third quarter. Demps try for 3 off the back iron. Braxton corrals the long rebound. Touch pass out. Rabina missed the 3. Rebound on the floor. Rathjen with another chance. Has that one blocked on the way up. Patterson weaving through traffic. Jets into the front court. Pulls up from 15. Shot too strong. Braxton off to Brown. Mustangs want to run. Brown without numbers. The runner won't go. Patterson. Another rebound. And a foul in the backcourt by Braxton.
Good job by Givens staying home defensively there, forcing it into a tough shot.
Braxton does stuff that I just haven't seen a lot of kids do at this level. That rebound and touch pass before she even came down to the ground. That was a silly foul though, because she needs to be on the floor.
She's playing against higher level competition for sure. Game's a lot slower for her than versus most players.
Givens, meanwhile, fouled in the corner. This will go against Brown.
And Coach, the speed of the game really is what separates players at a higher level versus the lower levels. I remembered my transition to college, and it was so much faster. It was tough to acclimate at first, but I mean, obviously, you know, the learning curve is a little quicker for other players than others.
McKinney, checked by Brown. Is on the drive. Anthony has returned and rips down the rebound. Conway Anthony back on the floor. Beavers get back on defense. Rabina will set things up for the Mustangs. High post to Anthony. Anthony on the drive, pulls up from 8 feet, missed the shot.
That's great help for Patterson.
Givens fans it out. 3 on the way, rimming no. Offensive rebound. Ray lost the handle. Patterson recovers. She'll try from 12. That shot won't go. Another offensive rebound. Givens follow won't go. Rebound on the floor. And a whistle on a foul called. This is going to go against Trade Tech.
Patterson
picks up the foul. That's the second on the Beavers here in the third quarter. And boy, about 3 or 4 good looks and nothing falling for Trade Tech.
I think they just called her out of bounds.
Okay, no foul. Let the ball belong to the Mustangs. Watkins. Demps drives it baseline. Foul called. Demps going to head to the line for a couple of free throws.
Alexis Ray reaching in there. I mean, Coach, if you're Trade Tech, at what point do you just man up and have Vigenay Poland just really in the face of Rabina? Because Rabina's really picking them apart, but I think she operates better versus zone than versus pressure. I think when Poland's up in her, that changes the dynamic a little bit.
I think they wanted to try something different coming out in the second half to see if they could get them to miss a couple shots, right? And they could get off and run. And that hasn't worked so far. I agree with you.
Ray's third foul. She heads to the bench. Meanwhile, 2 free throws, and it's a 54-41 lead for San Joaquin Delta. Givens in trouble, surrounded, and a jump ball.
There's just no feel for LA Trade Tech. You got the 2 best players on that roster and the 2 Cheyennes, and they're dribbling right into each other. There's no spacing. They're separated by about 6 feet and 4 black jerseys.
You wonder if Givens, who picked up 2 fouls very early, if it's hard to really get into a game when you have to spend some time on the bench early with foul trouble. Rabina's 3 rims out, but Rathjen able to keep it alive. Offensive rebound gives the Mustangs another chance.
Coach, Delta getting a great look pretty much every time down.
They feed it down low to Anthony. Tries to hook the pass to Rathjen. That's a good job. McKinney stepping into the passing lane.
Rathjen with a foul.
Rathjen commits the foul, her second, third on San Joaquin Delta here in the third quarter. Givens again trapped in the corner, in some trouble.
She's feeding right into the defense here, Coach.
Right. Well, the 2-2-1 is doing its job, and they're doing something a little different now.
Well, you got to make the adjustment. At what point do you bring somebody into the middle of the floor that can reverse it? I just don't know if the bigs have that ability for LA Trade Tech.
Givens tries to pass out of the double team. Rabina nearly stole it. Givens recovers. Now Rabina does have the steal.
Pickpocket.
Fans it out. Demps drives the lane.
Double dribble.
Turn it over, a double dribble on Peyton Demps. Gives it back to Trade Tech. Under 6 minutes to go in the third.
Back to the comment about the game slowing down, Mike. It slows down as you get experience, right? And for a lot of young women, that doesn't happen until later. Yep. Takes a lot of reps.
Poland has that one nearly stolen, but comes up with it. Tate in from the left, missed the layup. Battle for the rebound, it's on the floor, and Poland recovers for Trade Tech. Poland cutting back door, gets it outside. Tate will try for 3, no good. Rebound to Anthony.
Good shots, just not falling here for Trade Tech, and down by 13, they need to make something happen quick.
Rabina looking for Rathjen. That pass ill-advised, and Patterson has the steal. Ahead to McKinney. McKinney's layup, good, and a foul.
Nice pass, nice finish.
Well, running the break right there, and obviously Trade Tech will need a lot more than that, but a good sign. Still plenty of time left.
McKinney filling the lane on the break.
Lots of time left, but they need to get into a flow. They need to get some defensive pressure going.
And from what I've seen the last 2 times with that versus that 2-2-1, they are bringing a player now in the middle. When they brought in Tate, Tate's now filling the middle in terms of being a role reversal, and that's changing the dynamic of the 2-2-1.
That's how they were attacking it to begin with. And
I thought it went away with it.
Right.
Cheyenne McKinney with 12 in the game after the 3-point play. Good feed to Anthony, who lays it up and in.
That's called textbook press break.
John Monet Anthony with 15 to lead all scorers, 56-44. It's back to a 12-point cushion. Now they have Patterson up top. McKinney will try for 3, missed everything. Rebound to Anthony. Anthony continues to control the defensive glass for San Joaquin Delta. Demps fires it down low. Good feed to Braxton, who can't get the layup to go, but Braxton gets her own rebound. Brown finds Watkins, who will try for 3, rimming no. Rebound on the floor. It will stay with the Mustangs.
Off of Tate.
You know, Braxton missed that layup. It was a great pass to miss the layup. She got the rebound. Defense was there. She didn't force it back up, kicked it back out, gave them another possession.
Braxton, sorry about that, Marshall. Braxton averaging 15 points and 15 rebounds in the postseason per game. So this is just a little more of the same from Sankia Braxton. Anthony in the lane. Might have gotten away with the travel, missed the leaner anyway. McKinney, hard drive, kicks it out to Tate, rather. Watkins comes up shooting from 12 feet, in and out. Rebound back tap to Watkins, and Patterson commits the foul in the backcourt.
Patterson a little too strong and not a lot of arc on that shot. A little flat.
If you're Delta, you want her to shoot that shot, right? I mean, she's somebody that needs to be inside on the boards. And
Coach, I know that it's been a struggle for both the Cheyennes and McKinney and Givens, but what has Delta done to make life so difficult for them?
You're pressing a pressing team, right? That's the first thing. It's like you're not just getting, Trade Tech just isn't pressing and getting results. They're being pressed by a team, so now they're having to slow down.
It's the bully getting bullied.
Yeah, it's just taking them out of their flow. It's completely changed the dynamic of the game, but they're athletic enough and have good players out there.
They reverse it to Demps, who misses from 3. The ball out of bounds, but it's off of Trade Tech. That ball did not catch the rim, so there's 9 on the shot clock.
They can still get back in the game, but there's no flow right now.
Good shot there. You can see it off of Patterson.
For Trade Tech. The Delta, full goal for Trade Tech because Delta's getting very good shots. They're just not falling, and they're still up 12.
Quick feed to Anthony, who hits the little jumper.
It's great crossing action down low between Anthony and Braxton.
58-44. 17 in the game for Anthony. Patterson drives the lane, kicks it out. McKinney working on Demps. The runner is no good. Patterson crashing the offensive boards. The ball's on the floor. Let's see if they call a jump ball here. The arrow favors Trade Tech, but still waiting to call.
15 foul if it is on Delta. Should go on Brown.
No, it'll be the first on Kiara Watkins, but it will send Patterson to the line as it is the 15th foul here in the third quarter.
The thing is, Delta's done such a good job defensively. Givens can't go anywhere without being shadowed. There's a post player that's there plugging, so she can't get into the lane. She tries to turn the corner. The weak side guard is stunting, getting back.
And Delta doing such a good job of disguising what they want to do. And it's not the same every time. Sometimes it's an early hedge, and sometimes it's a delayed double. And the game plan is terrific from Delta.
1 out of 2 for Patterson. 13-point game, 30-second timeout on the floor with 3:08 to go. And one of the things I'm very impressed with watching is Peyton Demps matched up with Cheyenne McKinney and doing a terrific job on perimeter defense. So there's scheming by Gina Johnson, and I think there's just good straight-up man-to-man defense that's being played by the players as well.
Well, she's a player that's on her too. She can keep her in front, relatively speaking, because I think Givens can get to the basket at any time, but she's making it really, really difficult.
And run through some of the highlights here. It was a 10-point lead at the half. It's out to 13, and you have a lot of time here, but other than that run to start the game, Trade Tech has had a lot of difficulty really putting any kind of run together against San Joaquin Delta. The Mustangs just seem to answer so quickly.
And Delta woke up with 5 minutes to go in the first quarter and has been playing well since.
Rabina looking for Braxton, but the pass too high. Beavers have the steal. Now the ball is loose. Brown to the floor, and she's got it, and the jump ball will give it to Trade Tech. Deonshanae Sadler checking in, and Deonshanae Sadler, who started 22 games this season for Trade Tech, and I believe this is her first appearance. She had a little bit of a run in the first half. We haven't seen a lot of Deonshanae Sadler.
looking for another punch. Looking for someone to help.
And just that quickly, Sadler is out of the game again. McKinney. Check by Brown. Long three, rims high, no good. And Anthony with another board.
Braxton closed late. She's lucky she didn't pick up a fourth foul.
Rabina with a hesitation off to Brown in the weave, tries to feed it inside to Braxton. Deflected out of bounds, it'll stay with the Mustangs.
They've had so many deflections, right? Trade Tech is getting their hands on the ball. They just need to.
So Mike Zapata, same there's active hands in those passing lanes. Braxton down low, missed the turnaround. But the Mustangs have the offensive rebound. Rabina open for three, rimming no.
Coaches love that.
McKinney angles into the front court. Poland will try for three, no good. Rebound on the floor. It was Tate battling Rabina. Out of bounds. It'll go back to San Joaquin Delta.
This is a dry stretch here for LA Trade Tech. And talked about their ability to score the basketball, and it's just not going down tonight. What are they shooting from the field here, Troy?
Well, Trade Tech, I was just looking. They're 2 of 15 from three-point range, and this is a team that was in the top 10 in three-point percentage on the season. So certainly some of the offensive struggles come from not knocking down threes. Demps, on the other hand, knocks one down for the Mustangs, and Delta has been very good from long range in this game.
And on the season, not very good at all.
Yeah. Bit of a role reversal, and now the lead out to 16 for San Joaquin Delta. That is their largest.
That's Trade Tech pressing, right? You try to make the big shot.
Givens, hard drive, kicks it out. Tate's open for three. Airmailed it. And the rebound out to Anthony. How many rebounds does Anthony have in this third quarter?
Again, she's got 9.
Braxton not on the same page with Rabina. The steal for Poland, misses the layup, but McKinney chases it down and lays it in. Well, after that first half that saw a few breakaways not go down, you better believe that McKinney was alertly following that play.
I'd like to see Poland just pick up full court right here. Just get into it.
61-47. 14-point lead. Weary drives to the glass, lays it up. She's fouled. She'll head to the line for a couple of free throws.
And that's a great job by Weary, recognizing that with the head of steam, like it's a player that's trying to cheat up. Poland is fast, but Weary taking advantage, takes it to the rack and gets the whistle.
Kendall Weary has been battling foul trouble pretty much the whole game. Scoreless on the night, playing with 3 fouls, missed the first free throw. But that is about as much as has gone wrong for San Joaquin Delta tonight. You have to look pretty hard.
Delta has been the aggressor, both offensively and defensively.
Weary's second free throw is up and good. And again, Delta picks up full court. Givens fouled by Brown in the backcourt. The Mustangs in the penalty, so free throws coming for Cheyenne Givens. 8 points tonight with 4 rebounds and 2 assists, but it has been a struggle. Hits the first free throw.
Opportunity here for the Trade Tech Beavers to put some points on the board. Time coming off the clock.
And 29 seconds to go in the third. Givens a 67% foul shooter. Hits the second.
I'd say with what, about 3 minutes to go in the second quarter, this was a tie ball game.
Yep, it was a 12-2 run to close out that first half, and Mustangs able to keep it going into the third quarter. Anthony in the high post. Backing down. Still looking. 3-second violation. And the turnover gives it back to the Beavers with 12.4 to go here in the third.
Coach, what's the key? Is that extended out to the orange now on the floor? That's the NBA key. Isn't it?
No, the key is the inside of the orange.
3-second shot up. Good.
It's a big shot.
McKinney.
Long
Was
two.
it a 2 or a 3? It was
Long
on the
two, I
far
think.
side.
Long two.
And indeed, Michael wanted. I believed you, Michael. 62-51. Trade Tech with the shot at the buzzer within 11. 10 minutes to go. We head to the fourth. The 3C2A Women's Basketball Championships here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Fourth quarter underway. Mustangs with the 11-point lead and the ball. They come out with Rabina and Demps, along with Watkins, Rathjen, and Donwane Anthony on the floor. Rathjen, low post, back outside. They work it around to Anthony, drop step, missed the layup, but Rathjen keeps it alive. Tries to feed down low, finds Anthony, shot up, no good, foul called. I'll tell you, we've had a lot of superlatives, a lot of good things to say about a lot of players, but the effort of Trina Rathjen off the bench, too. I think the bench has been an absolute key here with Rathjen and Monet Brown and what they've brought in terms of energy off the bench.
Absolutely, and scrappy. You know, getting those extra. There's nothing like extra possessions.
Especially when you have a double-digit lead here, trying to salt it away with, and you're in the fourth quarter. It's early fourth quarter, but Trade Tech right now, they're just getting outworked. You can't have it. You got 4 white jerseys versus 2 of them. Delta gets the rebound, and they're going to the line. Anthony converts in the first.
18 points for Anthony to go along with 9 rebounds.
You know how when kids know their roles, right? They know their roles. Go in there, make some hustle plays for us.
1 out of 2. And McKinney quickly gets it ahead. Tate tries to feed it down low, looking for Poland. Knocked out of bounds.
Trade Tech, we're in the fourth quarter, and they're a team that just looks like they just, at no point did they start to settle in.
They average a little over 84 points a game as a team. They're on pace for 68 right now in this one. Air ball on the shot, but Poland gets the rebound. The short corner jumper, no good. Tate's follow is blocked, but it's cleaned up by Patterson.
Patterson responding on the other end, outworking Delta.
Demps in transition, passes on the 3. Rathjen drives to the rim, missed the layup. Rebound off to Anthony again. That's a double-double for Donwane Anthony. Looking for Anthony on the cut. Patterson got a hand in. Demps trying to save, but she's on the sideline. Here's Trade Tech, trailing by 10, but they've got the ball. They can get it down to single digits here early in the fourth.
This possession is important. The sooner you get it under double digits, the better.
And the lead has been as high as 16.
Get it to single digits. You start to get that confidence back. Like, okay.
Gibbons spins, drives, missed the runner.
I think she's expecting contact there, and when the defensive player goes straight up, she doesn't make an adjustment. She just shoots a bad shot. And really no offensive continuity, no movement off the ball.
Rabina up to Anthony. Shot clock at 12. Down to 4. Demps drives to the rim. Runner won't go.
solid defensive possession
Really
in the half
good
court.
defense.
Rebound to McKinney. McKinney trying to go coast to coast, lays it up, missed it, but a blocking call will send McKinney to the line
Anthony
for a
gave
couple
him
of free throws.
Underneath. So McKinney here on the replay.
Second foul on Donwane Anthony.
How do you argue that as a player, coach? Like, how do you argue that call? I mean, you're moving into the space of the offensive player. You catch her leg as she's going up, and you're just like, what?
Right.
Is that just part of the culture now?
In some ways. You know what? Kids, though, there's so much more contact in the game now that she probably didn't think she caused her to miss that.
The no blood, no foul is coming back.
She didn't hit her with her hands. It was lower body.
Meanwhile, 2 missed free throws and an opportunity lost for Trade Tech. The Mustangs get it back, still leading by 10.
Well, McKinney usually pretty good from the foul line, but you know, you take that big fall after the contact from Anthony, and you know, sometimes that can disrupt you when you go to the strike.
But now we're at that part of the game. Players make plays.
Rabina working against the pressure of Poland, drops it for Rafjan, who gets the roll.
Look at the fine, you know, passing in close quarters. Rafjan with the finish.
5 assists for Rabina in the game. Lead back to 12. Patterson outside. Givens open for 3. Well, the points can come in a hurry. 13 for Givens.
Inside out.
It's a single-digit lead, 9 for the Mustangs, 65-56.
Nice denial.
The pressure coming out now in the half court. Rabina on the cut. Runner is good.
Pass.
Wow.
What a great cut and a great
finish.
find. Yes.
Givens in transition. In on Braxton, a little hesitation.
Nice.
Goes to the reverse.
Highlight reel stuff right there.
Cheyenne Givens perhaps finally getting into the flow a little bit. She's got 15. 67-58.
Like they're doing what you said they should do and put Poland on Rabina.
Tate commits the foul outside.
Really impressed with Rabina. She's just so crafty, making plays for other players and then capitalizing herself. And you have to imagine she's going to look at it by a 4-year. You know, Rabina reminds me a lot of somebody that Ventura College, the Ventura College faithful will be very familiar with, Lisa Marie Sanchez.
I was going to say, Sanchez.
Entry pass batted around, ends up in the hands of Watkins, who lays it up and in.
Wow.
Sometimes it just, you're just in that flow.
Yep.
Because that's a difficult make.
11-point lead, long pass intercepted by Demps.
And sometimes you're not.
Right. Again, it's the pressure.
Watkins into a crowd. She's fouled. A couple of free throws coming for Kiara Watkins.
Delta has spent the entire game in pressure. Anytime they can set up after a make, they're in the 2-2-1, and you're bound to make mistakes.
And really, Trade Tech has not responded well. I mean, they've broken it at times, but I don't know why they're going away. They're dribbling into the corner. That's where you don't want to go against a 2-2-1. They're going to trap you every day of the week. You want to get it into the middle of the floor. You want to reverse it. You want to look up the floor, maybe take a dribble or two, dribble out of pressure, and let the defense suck back. And then that way you'll have some openings, and you can't give up rebounds like that on free
Watkins
throws.
trying to make it 3 the hard way. The rebound on the floor. Anthony battling Patterson. It's a jump ball. It'll give it back to Trade Tech.
Still time. Trade Tech's got to score and got to get stops.
Under 6 minutes to go. 12-point game.
Right there. You got Poland right in the middle of the floor.
McKinney open for 3. No good. Watkins has the rebound. They try to trap in the backcourt, and they get the travel call, so the turnover gives it back.
They need to score now. Now we talked about getting it under 10.
Givens leans over the dribble. Step back jumper is good. Cheyenne Gibbons, 17 in the game.
Well, Gibbons is certainly doing her part to keep him in there.
7 points in the fourth quarter. Dangerous pass from Brown, but Demps recovers. Anthony working into low block, steps through. Patterson has the rebound on the miss. Knocked away by Watkins from behind.
Coach, that's a couple times now where I've seen Anthony switch pivot foots and the whistle hasn't come.
Rathjen in close scores. Trina Rathjen with another big hoop.
I think she's doing the step through, right? The stop, and then you can take one more step.
Yeah.
That's why they're not calling that.
That's a Carlos Boozer right there, if memory serves.
Rathjen up to 14 points to go with 8 rebounds off the bench for San Joaquin Delta.
Familiar with that move, but I mean, it seems like the initial pivot is coming up. But I mean, referees have a closer eye on it than I do.
As long as it doesn't go back down, I think they're giving
right.
A lob looking for Gibbons. Good feed. Patterson lost the handle. Unable to save it. Feels like it's been that kind of day for stretches for LA Trade Tech. That was looking like a pretty wide open layup for Patterson off a good feed and just couldn't quite handle the pass.
You look at the body language after a play like that from Trade Tech and you have to be discouraged.
Just haven't been able to sustain the run.
Watkins in the weave drives the lane.
Trade Tech looks tired.
Rathjen's turnaround hook, no good. Anthony on the offensive glass.
And that's
a big time rebound and a big time finish.
20 points, 11 rebounds for Don Juanet Anthony. 4:03 to go in the ball game. Timeout on the floor. Delta leading by 14 on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Backcourt for LA Trade Tech, but it has been the backcourt of San Joaquin Delta, Rabina and Demps, that have really delivered for the Mustangs in this matchup, and I think that's told a lot of the story.
Agreed, and then you add the interior presence of Delta, of Anthony
and Braxton.
And
look
Braxton.
Look at St. Kia Braxton. She's only got 9 points in the ball game. Anthony with 20 and 12. Braxton with 9 and 10.
Yep.
And you bring up Trina Rathjen off of the bench. She's got 14 and 8.
Yeah, Demps and Rabina combined for 27 points and 11 assists in the backcourt. And what a job they have done against the pressure of Trade Tech. And what can you say? They really, after that initial run, they've really dominated this game en route to the 14-point lead with 3:39 and counting to go.
And Weary having an off night, and her team's up by 14 with 3:30 to go.
Rabina, checked by McKinney. Watkins circles into the lane, offensive foul.
Good job stepping in by Tate.
And one of the things
that was Sadler.
Excuse me.
Taking the charge, and that's Deonshane Sadler, and she's been a regular player, but again, very, very short minutes tonight, and Not always privy to all of the decisions made on the sideline, but didn't see a lot of Sadler tonight, though. You wonder. I mean, Michael, in the great white in the white men can't jump vernacular. You wonder if they could have brought Bernard King in here. Might not have mattered.
Bring Bernard King up in here. We hit 2 and we out.
That's where I was going, and I feel like it's might have needed Bernard King tonight against this Mustang team, the way that they play with 3:01, a foul in the backcourt.
One of the things that's been really impressive about Delta is the times when the pressure is really, really tough in the half court, and they get stuck and they pick it up and there's nowhere to go. They don't panic and just throw. It's backdoor cut, and eventually somebody's open. Just really nice poise today. And
Braxton, who's had a quiet second half but has delivered another strong performance here in the postseason. 9 points to go with 11 rebounds. One more free throw coming. And she's been a double-double machine in the postseason. And if she can make one more free throw here, she'll add another one.
I think the more relevant reference you could have made, you could have brought Cheryl Miller up in here. It wouldn't have mattered. I'm sure it would have mattered had you brought Cheryl Miller into the fray.
Maybe a little bit. And just think about it. There's 2 minutes and 58 seconds left, and they are still facing pressure. Right, still having to work through the pressure to get into an offense, and the game plan has worked well for Delta.
Yeah, and Delta's not trying to, I mean, they're not playing not to lose, they're playing to win, and they understand that these are two players, very explosive scorers. There's under 3 minutes to go, and they're up 15, but it's not over.
McKinney will try for a three, around and out. Givens on the offensive glass, lays it up and in. So Givens rebound and put back. Cuts the lead to 13. Okay. Well, you know, at first glance, you see a team that averages in the 80s, 84 points a game, that wants to get up and down, and you think, well, you want to slow it down against a team like that, but that's not the approach of the Mustangs took. Instead, they really amped up the pressure themselves and really out-executed here today.
Not only that, but they looked at it and they wanted to get up and down with them. But the thing that Delta has really done, and they've done a great job of throughout the game, is making Trade Tech work for every shot. They've worked incredibly hard to just put 62 points up on the board. And granted, there are some shots that haven't gone for Trade Tech, but the execution defensively to make life difficult, and really the body language and some of the disappointment that's been very tangible on the Trade Tech side is really what's going to propel Delta into the semifinals.
Right.
Foul on the rebound against Anthony. Trade Tech gets it back. Well, yeah, you look at the numbers and you see the Trade Tech averages in the 80s, and San Joaquin Delta averages giving up in the 50s, and that's really what it's about. The closer the number is to either one of those numbers, that's the team that's going to have more success. And you look up, and with 2 minutes to go, Trade Tech has 62 points on the board.
It's just been tough to score against Delta. It has been tough.
And they will get the winner of our fourth and final game tonight.
No, they'll get the winner of Diablo Valley and Ventura.
Oh, they do?
Yep.
It's 2 and 3?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, that's different than the men. So want to correct that. They will get the winner of the next game. And the winner of our final game, Moore Park. As that one rejected by Braxton and sent back. Moore Park and College of the Sequoias then gets the winner of our first game today.
That's correct.
And that was
Merced.
Okay.
Moore Park and College of the Sequoias.
Three-pointer for Gibbons. She is having a huge fourth quarter, but Trade Tech has really not been able to cut into the deficit at all.
Got 22.
12 points in the fourth quarter. Loose ball. Braxton's got it. The putback pushes it back out to 13, 78-65. Five players in double figures for the Mustangs in this one, led by Anthony with 20. Coming up, it'll be Ventura taking on Diablo Valley, the top seed in the north, and the Pirates playing at home, the 4 seed, in the south. In the bracket, Anthony will try for a three, rimming no. Braxton has the rebound,
What a
shovels
feed.
to Anthony. Great pass. Anthony with the finish, 80-65.
They've had great interior passing.
Unbelievable.
Just great.
That's good feel, and it's not quick passing, and that takes experience, and obviously that's got to be something that they practice, because a lot of times in traffic you'll speed up a pass and the touch won't necessarily be there. These passes are on the money, they're with touch, the receiving player is expecting the pass to be made, and they're scoring off of the feet.
Good basketball, man.
It's
Good
great,
basketball.
it's great basketball.
Yes, it is.
Delta's going to move on, under a minute to go, up 15. And they'll await the winner of our next game, the host school Ventura, the 4 seed from the south, taking on the 1 seed from the north, Diablo Valley, 29-1 on the year.
The gym is already starting to fill up with Ventura faithful.
Really is.
And it'll probably stay pretty full with Moore Park just down the road, playing in our
Absolutely.
4th and final game. So we're going to figure we're going to have a fairly large crowd the rest of the day. But those that are arriving just now missed 2 very, very strong performances, and I think 2 teams that very easily could be matched up on Sunday based on what we've seen, with all due respect to the top-seeded teams that still are to come.
We've just seen some good basketball.
Yeah, Merced
basketball.
earlier today, and now San Joaquin Delta, and boy, you can hardly do it a lot better.
Well, I know somebody in the broadcast cockpit, well, actually, a couple people in the broadcast cockpit that will have some rooting interest for our nightcap.
Yeah, we got some...
Both Moore Park alums, and Ryan Wilmore and Emery Johnson. Emery sporting the baby blue shirt.
And the hat. He's got the full garb.
He is.
He was that close to bringing a pennant with him.
Emery Johnson, our lead director here this weekend, and he was a pitcher at Moore Park College.
Yeah, they let you guys keep the uniforms for the athletics. You still got the jerseys.
I don't know if he can either confirm nor deny. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't want to get anybody in any trouble here.
Yeah, we don't know what compliance officer might be listening in.
Rabina hits the free throw, 81-65, down to 40 seconds, and the Mustangs just put a stranglehold on this one and never let go in that first quarter. Givens misses the layup, the rebound on the floor, and Poland able to get the offensive rebound, and now under 30 seconds. And another layup just won't go for Givens. Can't get the roll.
And really, that last offensive possession for LA Trade Tech, really a microcosm of the struggles throughout. Givens misses 2 point-blank layups.
5 seconds. 3 on the way, around and out for McKinney in the final. 81-65. Delta moving on to the semifinals with an emphatic win over Trade Tech. We are going to step aside. We'll rejoin you in about 20 minutes. We'll have the next game, our 3rd of 4 on the day. That'll be the top seed in the North Diablo Valley against Ventura College. So please stick around, join us for that one. Thanks so much for joining us here today for Delta and LA Trade Tech. Again, the final 81-65 for everybody here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. We'll see you in about 20 minutes.